Mom, do you want to come sit closer?
This is so funny during the show. Please tell me we're already recording. Please tell me. This is so good.
Trevor, this is my mom.
Oh my
I play
God,
the vape
so
store
cute.
employee in
She
Drugstore June.
She's like, wait, Esther, you mean a movie?
That's our thumbnail right there. No editing, no touch up, thumbnail.
Your mom just to be covering one of our cameras the whole time. You're like, Mom, come closer. I don't even mean that close.
Oh my God. Hello, slugs. I'm so excited. We have Trevor Wallace on the show today. He's so funny. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard. And he's also so funny in our movie, Drugstore June, which is opening wide release this Friday, March 1st. Check our website, drugstorejune.com for tickets and showtimes and all that stuff. I can't wait for you to eat popcorn and laugh and have a big Diet Coke with all of our faces. Okay, bye.
Hello, Sluggies. I am on the road as usual. You can see me this weekend in Fort Worth, Texas at Big Laugh Comedy Club. That's March 1st and 2nd. I'm going to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, March 8th and 9th. I'm going to be in Washington, D.C., March 22nd and 23rd. I'm going to be at the Comedy Store again once a month. I don't know what the dates are, but go to annieletterman.com/shows for that. And I'll be in Jacksonville, Florida at the end of June. We are getting dates added all the time. So go to annieletterman.com/shows to see them. And you can see me every Thursday on Anniewood.
Have you guys ever had your family in an audience at a show and then the flash photography goes off and you're like, I know who that is?
The amount of times I've been like, if this was not my mother, they would be thrown to the curb. I mean, my mom would have been kicked out of many of my shows.
Because your family actually talks back at your shows.
It's absolutely insane. My mom once threw...
They're all from Philly, yeah?
Yeah, it's Philly.
Yeah.
But also my whole family is hams. Like there's no person that wants to be like, I'll just sit in the back.
Yeah,
like
Philly doesn't do silence. So
my
I have an
whole
opinion.
my whole family is like every time
director's cut. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Everybody wants to be in front of the camera. But my mom like threw a present at me once on stage.
A present?
I was doing Christmas weekend in
It's
Philly.
a sandwich from Wawa.
It was a nightmare. No, it was like an arm. It was like such a confusing thing to explain to. It was like a mannequin's arm that she had gotten
What?
for her eBay drop-off store. It was like, okay, so it will take me 5 minutes to explain it, but it's like, so I'm
That's
on
a
stage.
long time,
So
just
I'm
to
on
be
stage.
clear.
So she throws a present on me. I have to turn around. Like I've been assaulted,
missed?
first of all. She didn't hit me. Oh my God, she was trying to hit me. She probably
Yeah.
was that fucking bitch. But then like I unwrap it, it's like this fist. The audience already doesn't like me. This is like before I had fans. This was like a totally random audience. Like they have no clue who I am.
You just
They're like,
bomb me up and an arm goes flying
I'm
up.
bombing so hard. Yeah, I know. And then there's a severed arm to show my bombing. Yeah, it was like because like nurses used this arm. It had like fake cuts on it to like in nursing school they would practice sewing wound shut on this fake arm.
And why was that
She has an
selected?
eBay drop-off store. Because she thought it would be funny to throw a fist at me. So she threw like a.
Your
So
family
there was-
strikes me as somebody who would like put a fake thumb in chili and go to Wendy's and be like, oh, I guess I gotta sue now.
As like a joke, not sue, not serious.
Just
They
get, like,
think
a
it would be
free
funny.
baked
They'd be
potato.
like, "Why? No. There'd be nothing free." They would be like, "It's fake." What? Like they would think it was like a funny prank.
I'd love
Wait,
it.
speaking
Yeah.
of gifts from parents, so my parents are in town and I apparently, I guess, haven't gone through my mail in 2 years. And so I
Oh.
had to sit there and watch my parents go through all my mail and they had to open two, not one, but two birthday cards that they sent me. And
Oh,
it was
that's
so
sad.
awkward.
Was there money in it?
That's
No.
sad.
Well,
Not as
up
sad
your game and
anymore.
we'll open your card.
Not sad anymore.
They opened them, read them out loud to me. I was like,
Oh, that's actually sweet though. Did they feel the sentiment of it, or were they resentful that you didn't? Now they're like,
There
pissed.
was-
They're like, to our sweet daughter.
I'm excited to see next year's one. Bitch, you ain't gonna read this.
There was no emotion in the reading. There never is. You met my mom. This is all flat. She's just
One
AI.
tone. Very Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
Nothing from the IRS.
No, I was gonna say how many jury duties.
Oh, that's on the list today.
Is jury duty real?
I don't think so because I've never read my mail and I've never been in trouble.
Oh, so you're a non-mail reader too?
Oh no, I don't.
Mail's hilarious.
It gets stuffed. Like we're full. Like our mailman will be mad at us. He's like, "Can you please?"
Mail's
take
f***ing desperate. They're like, to Trevor Wallace or whoever lives here.
I know.
Like, just a f***ing wide net
I
here.
know.
Hey, for Trevor or really f***ing anybody.
I know. It's like, why would
It's
I
desperate.
do this?
Like, just be like, and then the banks put like a fake credit card in there. Be like,
Oh, I
oh,
know.
there's a card. Don't bend it. Shut the f*** up.
Oh, by the way, my fiance did use one of those cards. He was like, "Oh,
They're
I
not
took out a card."
usable.
What do you
He
mean?
found one that they sent him one, but they put you the fake one, and he's like, "Oh, I just got a credit card out." I'm like, "Did you check to see if it was like a good one?"
Oh my
He
god.
just picked one.
Do you open your mail?
No, and there's like certain people I'll look for it from because it could be money. There's certain, you can tell like what envelopes
Yeah.
might be money, but a lot of them no.
It's so funny.
No, and there's an old lady who used to live in my place, and she gets a lot of like urgent, please open. This is a court, final notice.
She's probably had her
I
final
think she's
notice.
dead.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm like, what am I going to track her down?
Yeah.
Oh, you let me go to a senior living center. Hi, excuse me. Is this? I'm trying to die before I have to pay these.
I know. I think yeah.
We had one, like, my dad opened one that was like, oh, you drove in the express lanes and it was a fee. And I was like, oh, I do that all the time. And if they sent one in 10 years, who cares? Another one. Like, then like 8 more were opened. Also today, my dad he's in town but didn't come to the recording because he has to call the jury duty place and tell them I've been in a coma.
I feel like they can just go to your Instagram and be like, you're clearly not in a coma.
But she's on the road.
Yeah.
Which is the same
if we had
thing.
To like can you imagine if we had to just like not do a huge gig to do jury duty?
They can't do that.
When was the last time you guys went to jury duty? I went like
I've
maybe
never gone to jury duty in my life.
Yeah, you think
because you're wanted. You're a felon.
No, you have like a certain amount of times where you can just like not respond. Really? Yeah.
I'm
been to
not
jury
a male
duty 3
person,
times.
sorry.
Like, how is that possible?
By the way, if I have to send a letter, I have to call my dad to be like, where does the stamp go?
Jury duty just feels insane.
I don't know.
Same.
Wait, what was it?
Like, if I have to send a letter, I have to like call my dad and be like, where do stamps go? Like, what?
It's a mess. You ever buy one stamp? You go to the post office, like, I would like 1 stamp, please. You feel like you should have a monocle. Like,
It's
one
just so
stamp,
it's like
please.
checks. It's like, what do I check?
Also, the
Stupid.
post office is hell on earth.
Nothing's real.
It's so horrible.
Well, it's so many elderly people. There's no one our age or younger.
You guys are making me feel so much better because I felt like the way my parents are making me feel with this pile of mail, like, and it is shameful and I should feel bad. And you guys are also
Shameful?
wrong.
You shouldn't feel bad at all. They are killing rainforests by the second, just
No,
cutting these down. Please
it's
open,
so
please open.
disrespectful. It's like, why are you? It's a nightmare.
And then also, so for the movie Drugstore June, which Trevor is here.
I'm
He's
in.
He's
Hello.
so funny.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're so good in it. But for the movie, we're doing a screening at the WGA. And so the director of the movie called me, Nick. He's like, so, okay, good news. The WGA wants to screen our movie. There's a little bit of an awkward conversation that has to happen. I'm like, what? He's like, well, the WGA said that your account is in arrears. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you need to pay your dues. And I was just like, this is my dad's problem. Okay.
Damn. Is it a
So-
lot of money or?
I don't know. I still haven't been able to figure out how much I owe. But I was wondering why I didn't get screeners the last like Christmas.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just the things pile up when you don't read your mail. Have you guys ever gotten into trouble?
Well, yeah, no, I have like a businessman. I pay someone to do
So
all this.
he goes
if,
through
if
it.
there's a problem, it's really like I have someone I can just be like,
It
how did
is
this
great
happen?
having that guy.
How
Like,
did
I
this
don't
happen?
know what's going on. Figure
Are you
this
with
out.
Jason? Are you with my guy? With Tim Dillon's guy?
No, I'm not. They probably know each other. They're all bald and really cool.
Jason, I don't think you're bald.
But like
you're on
somebody
your
will
way, but
ask
I don't
me-
think you're bald.
Is he not bald? But somebody will ask me for like a W-9 and I'm like, I don't want to do this.
I know. I hate
can't-
that.
Who?
You know what it is? It's a business manager is basically just a mom and dad because you're just like, yeah. When I go to like a doctor's office and like fill this out, I'm always like, can I send this electronically to my
Yeah.
mom, have her fill it out, send it back?
It's also like my therapist because I'm like, why was this month lower than that month? And what do I do with this? Is my career disappearing? He's like, no, everything's okay.
Oh, I talk to my business
You spent
manager for
money.
hours a day.
Yeah.
Hours
wait,
a day.
that's not
I love him. He's
normal.
my favorite rep. He's my favorite rep. I love him.
Normal. Maybe I though am realizing the mistake I'm making that my business manager is an 80-year-old man who has a gambling problem.
He's either really good or really bad.
He took that WGA money.
Yeah,
He
maybe
used
that's
it.
why they
He's
haven't.
playing
heard
with house
from us.
money over there. So, Drugstore June. Me,
How long are you in it?
like 5 minutes. Longer than I thought. It was a 7-page scene.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so what do I come from the internet world. I'm like, oh, so what are we going to shoot? Like one line at a time? He's like, no, we're going to go through all 7.
You're like, I had to memorize
I was like,
these?
wait, it's like, we're fucking acting today?
To be fair, that is my nightmare too. Like when you show up and they're like, we're doing the full scene. And I'm like, it's too hard. It's too much at once.
I prefer a full scene to one line. If I'm in something with one line, I will overthink it.
Oh my God, we
I
talked
will
about
deliver
this.
the one line. It would be the most embarrassing
One
thing.
line is the hardest job in the
That's
world.
kind of my role in this, is because my one line was the same line over and over and over. So now I'm thinking about different inflections on how I can
Oh,
say
it's
it.
so embarrassing.
No, you had a hard job.
A lot more came out of it from just like riffing and whatnot, but like overall, it's just that. And I'm sitting next to Bad Baby over there, who is so rich, has an entourage, She goes, I'm gonna order Postmates, walks off set. I love it. She has a Rolls Royce with orange seats.
Yeah. She did not abide by any SAG rules.
And she should not. She should not.
Wait, did you get to interact with her at all?
We made eye contact once or twice, but like,
And that's why she left?
no,
She's
literally.
like, I gotta go.
I
was
wanted
a
to be
strong
like,
writer.
I want to be like, hey, we kind of look alike, and then just see where that went. But
That's my move with you.
yes,
Don't Trevor and I look alike?
Actually, yeah.
Do we not look like completely related somehow?
You could easily,
Right?
easily be something.
Well, you can
Something.
be my twin brother in something.
You're half Jewish.
I am.
Which
quarter.
half?
My mom is Jewish.
You're a blonde Jew. You have to like.
I'm a blonde Jew. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really don't look like it at all. 'Cause,
Do you
like,
feel blonde? You're blonde, right?
He was just saying he was,
I was
a
born
redhead.
with red hair, kind of like this couch almost. Like I was a ginger child growing up, and over time it just got like darker. It's like brown. Blonde? You're blonde.
I'm blonde, sort of.
What if I told you and you're like, what the fuck? I have no idea.
You punch him.
No, I think
No, I was like white haired when I was little.
You had
My
white
whole
hair?
family was like, all of my brothers, we had just blonde. Very blonde.
Really? I'm like, I think about this a lot now just because the baby is coming. And I'm like, Dave and I both have such dark hair. But there is that slim chance that she'll be a redhead. And I don't know how I feel.
Oh, it's a she?
They're cute.
Yeah.
Is she and a redhead?
Yeah. Does that change things
Redheads
for
are
you?
so cute.
No.
It would be cute.
No, I'm excited. But I want like a goth daughter.
Dye her hair.
That's she comes
What
out.
if she doesn't know she's a ginger?
Have you been, like-
It's like not telling her she's adopted. When she's like 8, you're like, listen, I gotta tell you something.
That shampoo we've been using?
Is that why you're wearing like all the necklaces, like for the goth daughter?
Yeah.
Do you play like music on your womb? You play like My Chemical Romance, but it's my goth
We can
daughter.
make your kid goth, bitch. We can do it. It's not
I mean, it
gonna
is
be
pretty
hard.
dark in there.
But
so.
when you try, it's dark in there. When you try, they always swing the other
Should
way.
be Christian.
Like
yeah,
my
so
mom.
you gotta go. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say my mom like wanted me to be so girly, dresses, and then I just was like a tomboy my whole childhood because I didn't want to be that.
Wait, can I just see your? That was an epic, and because I'm an interrupter too. But it's funny when you start talking over someone. They go, no, you go ahead. But it's
And then
like-
you just say the world's dumbest sentence. So anyways, like I was saying, worms love the rain.
Do you have ADD?
I don't know what I have, but it's something.
Yeah.
It's something. I don't
It's
know.
so hard to not interrupt.
My mom just told me she has ADD and like recently.
ADD? Which one's ADD?
She has it, not you.
My
Your
mom does, and she gets Adderall now, and I'm like,
No, my mom's my Adderall dealer.
Really?
She gets mad when I tell people because I guess it's illegal. But
I did not know this.
it's in the
was like-
family.
no, she is. She's the drug queen pin of our family. She gets these really good ones. I'm telling you, there's only one kind of Adderall that works. It's
Really
like
good
they're-
ones. You mean like ones from the doctor?
They're like orange. They're orange, like
oh,
footballs.
the pills?
Yeah,
Or
there's certain like iterations of it.
are they
that
the ones with
aren't
little
strong.
beads in it?
Those are crazy. That's
One
time
time in
release.
college for
Did you snort
finals,
'em?
I snorted the beaded ones
Hurts.
in a San Jose
Hurts.
State College library bathroom, and they were falling out of my nose. Like,
Oh,
I'm trying
the
to put them back
library
in there.
bathrooms in college.
I was smashing them up on the toilet paper stall.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
Not a smart. It was a film major. The fuck did I need Adderall for?
Wait,
It was
what
fun.
happened to you when you did it?
I felt great.
He
Really?
passed the class.
Yeah, exactly. Well, some went up, and then a lot were like falling out of my nose.
Well,
I mean, it was a sad time, but like,
yeah.
21-year-old Trev not doing well, just cutting
Yeah.
vines in the library while my friends are doing like accounting and real finals.
One time I got locked into the library at my college.
Excuse me?
I went to the video room
What?
because I was like, I could be private. There's like video, you could rent a video room and you could watch.
I think this
whatever
is
videos.
where you watch porn.
They don't serve you porn there, but they do. It was like there was like
bring it
educational films or whatever.
YouTube?
I don't know what. Yeah, you're so funny. You're like, I don't understand things that aren't YouTube. This
Yeah,
was
but like what?
This was 2000, 2001, 2002,
Wait.
2000. I'm 40.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I am.
No.
September 11th. Or no, 2001. It was 2001. It was 2001. Sorry. 2001
Wait, did you
because
just
my freshman year
confess
was.
to doing September 11th? What just
I did.
happened?
No, I did it from Santa Fe.
What a
I said,
great
I got to
place
get
be.
out of this first day of class. We got to get these towers down.
One time I went to the library. This was pre-college, and me and my best friend Christina, who I talk about a lot, we had just gone to McDonald's and we were like sneaking it into the library, and then we were like getting our room that we reserved, and then the librarian was like, "Huh, I smell French fries." there's no food allowed. And we were just like so nervous. Okay. I just realized after your Adderall story, this is not interesting
She's
at all.
like, one time I snorted sweet and sour
You gotta
sauce.
start lying. Yeah, you gotta.
Have you ever tried that?
We're doing key
We
bumps
were
off the French
wild.
fries.
I know. I'm like, I'm not even telling my high school stories. I was snorting some stuff in
Guilty.
bathrooms in high school.
I snuck fries into the library.
No, I used to steal my dad's Xanax. We used to have fun in high school.
I used to take
Your
my dad's
parents, it sounds like
painkillers. He was allergic to Vicodin. He had hip surgery. He was allergic to it, so he had a bottle there, and I'd take him before Spanish class.
Oh,
I'd just be sitting there. I don't know what you're
that's
saying.
how you roll your R's.
But it felt good. Yeah.
Gotta
And
relax.
My Spanish teacher, she had a really soft voice, so she had like a music pack with like a headset, like Ricky Martin type
Oh my
shit.
God.
And so I would just be floored in like sophomore year, just feeling great. And she's talking in a megaphone.
I loved
was
Spanish
awesome.
class. Spanish class was like,
Shout out
not-
Ms. Zeiler. I don't know if she's still with us, but shout out to her.
have you guys heard of this thing called the Dorito Theory?
No, Esther,
No.
tell us more. Is this about, did you learn
Please.
this in the library? Is this one of your bad kids stories?
It's something that I was very drawn to because of the name, but it's basically this theory on TikTok and also elsewhere. It's like the most addicting things are the things that are not actually satisfying to you. So you know how you eat a Dorito and it tastes so good, but you could eat the whole bag and you would never feel as full as you would feel if you had like a steak or eggs. So like and all addictions link back to like never fully getting what you want.
Yeah.
Does
But
this-
also there's probably MSG in it too.
Also, getting full of eggs is crazy.
What do you mean?
Just eggs?
I know.
Oh, I'm so full of
Or
eggs.
the idea of you having like steak and eggs, like you would ever order that.
but like a
I can't even
protein.
imagine
It's
this
an
girl sitting down
example.
like, I'll have this steak and eggs with her
No,
little hand.
I would not go double protein. You're correct.
I could see you going, I'll have the Doritos. Do you have a bag of Doritos back there?
So I'm lost. Addiction.
like you would never get addicted to steak, right? Because like you would eat steak and
Good.
you
You'd
but
be
then
That's such an
Satisfied.
alpha thing to get addicted
I
to.
feel like we're
Just
hitting a
relapse
place
on
on
bone marrow.
TikTok where they're saying very normal things in a way that sounds like it's a brilliant.
because no, it's
Obviously, you're hooked on something, so it would give you like a little bit of a big dopamine rush, and then it would be gone, and then you would want more.
yes, it's but so the
You got to try Adderall.
but like also if you were in a relationship and it was an unsatisfying relationship where like the person is not really always giving, you know, or is not always fully there, that would be more addicting because it's
Yeah.
you're never getting satisfied. TikTok
Let's just say I've had a family-sized amount of Dorito relationships.
So
The
pretty
little
much.
breadcrumbs, they're leaving you little Dorito crumbs.
So you're saying you're not satisfied?
You're not understanding.
and
this
you
is
want
so
No,
more.
bad.
I don't.
Really,
I'm trying to think of like pyramids. I was just in Vegas where they turned the Luxor or the triangle one into a Dorito. So I was picturing
Oh,
that.
They
that's so
did?
fun.
Yeah.
That's a
Big
lot
money.
of work.
Big
That's
money.
great.
Yeah.
Doritos.
Somebody
killing
saw a
it.
triangle and they're like, what if it was a giant Dorito? Do it.
Did you go inside the Luxor?
No, I did not.
Don't say it like that.
Is that
It's-
where you stay?
No, but I'll enjoy a Luxor.
I went recently because they have the Titanic exhibit,
Did they really?
and it's such a
Of the
dump in
movie?
there. No, not the
Luxor-
movie,
I just want to make sure.
the real one.
No, I've never been in the inside, I don't think.
It's really not nice.
I've had dark thoughts there.
My dad got propositioned by a hooker right next to me at the Luxor.
Well,
I'm in.
cool.
I'm in. Luxor sounds great.
It was actually it was like apocalyptic. Like nobody was in there except for like a few women walking around, and we just like wanted to see it. And we were walking around, and this woman just came right up to him.
It's the saddest place I've ever been in my life, and I don't know how it's.
I did start
still
losing there. Like I don't win there.
So you have played at the Luxor. We're
I've
getting
played
that
everywhere.
on the
I go
record.
everywhere. I go everywhere. We were in Vegas together.
Yes.
We were in we were at the Green Day concert together.
Yes. Yes.
I was
yeah.
so
Life
sure-
is beautiful. That was.
I was so sure I
great
was going to
festival.
meet Billy Joe.
really.
I was so sure, but I still believe that I would have if it wasn't COVID. Because I had the artist pass and I just
Same.
stormed the mound. I was like, I'm just gonna walk in.
We just walked in too.
and I went to walk in and they were like, it's COVID. We can't let artists in. I was like,
Wait, how
did you
was-
get backstage? Did you meet
I
him?
think we tried the same thing, but then
Were we together? I think we might
I
have
think we
done
all
yeah.
went in
were
a group. We had
discussing it.
artist pass, so we just like walked and we're like, we didn't really think it through.
No, I just was like, if you just go confidently in, you
we
get
made it
whatever you want.
farther than the normal human should have.
Yeah, it
How was
wild.
your Vegas trip recently? Because Bobby like was so stressed out
Oh, that
about
was fun.
doing
Awesome.
that show, and you guys were all surprise guests,
Mm-hmm.
and Bobby literally was convinced they were gonna boo him. How did you have any
What is
nervous?
Yeah,
Bobby
they definitely
needs,
did
like-
boo him, which is pretty good. No, it was awesome. I
Were you nervous before as being?
so nervous. So nervous.
Yeah.
Because at first they were like, so this was to open for Bert and Tom
Right.
in an arena. It was like 13,000. At first they're like, all right, do 5 minutes. I was like, great. And then you're used to just doing these longer sets. Like, what's my 5 minutes? And they're like, all right, do 7. I was like, all right, cool. So I was add a tag here. There, and he goes 10. And then I go, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm opening it up. There's no.
you went first?
Yeah, I'm cold open.
And you can't be like, guys,
No.
can I go second?
God, that
Come on.
was, yeah, exactly. So I
What
was
did you
so
come out and
nervous.
say like when you first came out?
I think just riled them up. Vegas. Yeah.
You have a
Super
t-shirt
Bowl.
gun sometimes, right?
I have had one of those. I should
I
have.
want one.
Yeah, I went out there and then I just got right into jokes. I can't think too much. I have to get like a joke out immediately or else like
Oh,
my
yeah.
words fumble. So I just went out on like a quick like, I did a show there on Wednesday on my own show. And then I just like, I riffed something there and I opened with that. I was like, great.
Yeah.
So it was actually really well. Like it went way better than I thought it could have. I didn't get
Yeah.
like a standing ovation, but I thought it was.
Bobby said that you killed, and everyone
good.
He said that he was standing backstage with like Jimmy Kimmel,
Jimmy Kimmel.
and all these people that were like, like they were impressed with
It was
you.
nuts because like all those guys, they don't need to watch my set. Like Bert, Tom, Shane, like they're later in the show. So they were like, with the fact they're watching, I was like, oh shit. But it was great. I took the wrong way getting on the stage, just so nervous.
Yeah.
So nervous.
And it's round, right?
in the round,
So
yeah.
are you like
Wait, yeah, how do you
spinning around?
do that?
Yeah, I kind of liked the round because it like forces you to pace around and be
Yeah.
energetic. And I was pretty blinded up there, so you couldn't really see anything, which was great. I also went to sound check just to like feel it out. And it sounded so echoey, but I was like, what am I going to give notes?
Yeah.
While Tom and Bird next to me, like, can we do the lighting? Like, I'm just there.
Yeah.
I'm just killing time essentially until
Yeah.
they're on. I can't give any notes. But
Did you get in the night before?
I was there for like a week because I was just doing shows and then I was doing some golf tournament that a friend wanted me to be a part of.
You were playing in the golf tournament?
Yeah.
Are you good at golf?
I mean, enough.
Do you go like with your boys and play golf?
I used to, not really.
I'm like always jealous of that.
I don't want to go now because like now all my friends who golf do it to like get away from their like wives.
I
And
know,
it's, like,
and I want.
Wait,
but
I'm
that's why I want to
triggered.
go. I feel like
know,
So
like,
triggered.
it's like still
Does Dave
fun, but
golf?
like, you're on the third hole and he's
Of course,
like,
and
God.
poker, by the way, is another one. Him teaching you poker's sweet though, because that means maybe he'll let you come.
He is such a huge golfer and poker player, and
Yes.
I always am like,
Dave?
yes, and I'm always like, this is so cool. He has like manly interests, but now it's maybe it's not.
No,
very good.
men don't talk about the wives at all. It's
Well,
fun.
they
like-
might not talk about their wives. They just want to not remember them. They want to be like, you're not here. You're not really like, you can't really bug them while they're there. They're busy. They're on the.
I mean, it's still fun, but like every once in a while, you get a guy on like hole 4, like, God, sometimes I just wish I had some alone time. And you're like, oh,
They're
this
like,
is
speaking of holes,
therapeutic."
aren't we happy our holes aren't here?
Yeah. One of my friends one time was like, man, she just doesn't leave. Like, the second she leaves, I touch myself. And I was like, man, this is weird.
What?
Yeah, like it was so funny. He's like, the second she leaves, I like when I go on the road for like work, I religiously beat my meat. I'm like, hey man, you're marrying this woman. Like,
Your choice.
what do you think it's gonna be like in the future? That's why man caves exist.
That is so. How do those relationships? How do they happen? It's like the Al Bundy like hack thing where like the men hate the wives. Like I guess
I know. I
that's-
think some people just think that's what it's supposed to be.
I don't think they hate the wives. I think they just forget that there's like no like privacy at times.
Right.
But the pandemic showed us that.
Yeah. Well, see, I like because I grew up mostly an only child and I just spent all my time alone in my room. I'm like that's just kind of how we are at home. We're in separate quarters.
That's great. I appreciate that. That's the relationship I want.
I like no privacy.
You're like, bitch,
enjoy
pay
it.
attention.
Well, I don't need to say it. I found a match. We liked each other all
That's
the
true.
time. But like, but I mean, I guess the road balances that out. But no, my twin brother and I, when we were little, we used to sleep. We had separate rooms, but we would sleep in the same. We would go sleep in my older brother's room on
That's
the
so
floor.
cute.
We always all slept together. Not like in high school, but we were like, we all like.
Guess who's
we
home from
switched.
college?
I'm like, his wife's like, move. I'm like, move over, Dana. I'm hopping in the
Did
middle.
you guys ever sleep in your parents' room when you were scared?
Yes, on the
Yeah.
floor in a sleeping bag every night.
Really? On the floor in the sleeping bag?
Where
My
were you
parents let me in the
allowed?
bed. You weren't allowed
I
in
would
the
sleep
bed.
like in the middle between that.
Yes. My
Yeah.
dad would wake up with an elbow. He's like, oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I remember when I first started getting anxiety. It was 3rd grade. My teacher, Kim, I went to a Quaker school, so we called them by the first name.
Oh, what school?
Quaker.
Like oats?
I still
We
always
just,
think
all we
that
did
too.
was churn butter. and-
Wait.
No, I went to a Quaker school in Philadelphia. They're more common than you think.
Pennsylvania's got the Amish out there.
Yeah, Amish, Quaker, old fashioned
Yeah.
stuff.
they're
Okay,
good.
so my 3rd grade teacher goes, we have a really important test tomorrow, so make sure you get sleep. And the minute someone was like, make sure you get sleep, I've never slept through the night again. I literally was like panicked. I was like, wait a second. It was like, oh my God, I'm gonna let my teacher down. It was just so much pressure. And then my dad would have to come in and he would pet my hair and he'd tell me to think about the beach, even though I fucking hated the beach when I was little. I hated the sand and the snot.
What could he have said to calm you down more?
I mean, it did kind of work because he was like thinking of the waves and stuff, but it was like obviously his happy place, not mine. I don't know what my happy place would be like.
Like a Wawa or something.
Yeah. Just like, think of yourself getting like a...
Yeah, my mom would do it too. She would paint a picture of a beach. Like, think about the waves and the
Yeah,
sand.
yeah,
It
yeah.
always knocked me out.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
But the fact that also someone pet you is like kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
We didn't really have physical touch in my childhood.
Well, I had a lot of physical touch in my childhood outside of the house, if that helps. If that helps. No, but then I would go in, like if I still couldn't sleep, I would go in and sleep in between them. And they would watch like what was it called? Not mystery. What was the PBS show? They would Sunday nights, Masterpiece Theater. We'd watch like old people shows together.
I definitely remember like Letterman always being on every night.
Yeah.
And I'd fall asleep to that. As I said, every night that I was on the floor in this Little Mermaid sleeping bag.
Aw.
And then in the morning, we would take our sleeping bags downstairs because we wouldn't want to get up, and we would lay on the floor of the kitchen while our mom cooked. She would just have to step over us
floor of
and
the
cook us
kitchen?
food. We would just lay.
Just begging
there,
for scraps.
just like, we're not getting up yet.
Would you take the sleeping bags down the stairs?
Yes.
Great.
We had a back staircase
So
that we would just ride that shit down.
Did you ever do like an air mattress down the stair? Or like a, like a
Holy. How big are
floaty-
your stairs?
No, not big at all. Like what is it where you float on the pool?
Like a floaty.
Yeah.
Inner
Not
tube.
like
Like
a
a pool
raft.
raft.
Yeah.
Pool raft.
My mom's like really creative. For one of our birthdays, she took a bunch of cardboard boxes and she stapled them together and made a whole maze throughout our house that we could all crawl through. But there was some of the staples, there was like one staple that was up and we were just slicing.
Staples and kids, that sounds like a good
we were
mix.
just gushing blood.
She's just watching up above like an
Just
experiment.
one.
Like a
Just throws
Mr.
it-
Beast video. Will they find the cheese?
She throws an arm at me.
Yeah, we had slip and slides. That was great. That was like a fucking dumb kids, just hamster wheel, just
But
run and
you
repeat,
would
run and
fuck
repeat.
yourself up. There was
Oh my
always one
God.
kid that had like a bloody nose.
Did you have siblings?
I had an older sister, yeah.
Did you guys like hang out? Were you
Not really. We're
No.
really cool though.
okay? How
Yeah.
much older?
2 years older.
Oh, okay.
She
Sounds like a
has
bitch.
red hair.
She does.
Female.
A female
Could be-
redhead.
could be your
That's my
daughter.
daughter.
I like ginger Jews.
Ginger Jews. Yeah, I was an interesting kid in
Were
high
you
school.
made fun of?
Ginger, yeah, oh yeah. Ginger Jew.
I like gingers because they've been through some shit.
But like, I think it like gave me personality. Like,
Yeah.
I say I hung out with the cool kids, but I wasn't a cool kid in the cool kids, you know?
Yeah.
I would be like on the bench of like a really good football team
Yeah.
or something, you know? Like I was with the squad, but I wasn't front and center.
How did you feel about Blaustein's blonde hair? Did you think he was stretching?
You know, I had a blonde hair phase as well, like 4 years ago. So why not? I think it's just a guy just trying to, you know.
Trying to find himself.
I showed up with blonde hair and everyone was like, whoa. And I've never got more hateful comments in my life than when I
It's
posted
so
blonde
funny.
hair.
But I think it's funny to like, you give someone to make fun of something.
Wait, what were
You can
people
choose.
upset about with you having blonde hair?
I didn't use toner, so it looked really coppery.
Oh.
And then I tried
Julien.
It's like Sun-In. Did you use
catching
Sun-In when you were
strays from the
little?
producers. Was that
Did you use Sun-In when you were little?
Sun-In?
Do you remember Sun-In? Oh, this might
The
be
age
generational.
difference is
Okay,
coming up.
Sun-In,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Sun-In was so funny. Sun-In, you did?
You did it to my
How does that
mom.
make you feel?
I don't.
Back
Oh
in
my
your
God, that
Quaker
is
Oats days?
so bad.
Yeah, blonde.
Wait, that is bad.
Blonde. But you know what's funny is I had like 3 of my biggest videos when I had blonde hair. So now every time I have a streak of videos bombing, I'm like, fuck it, I'll go back.
They did
on
well because the
Pinterest.
algorithm was just popping because everyone was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, dude, for
Well,
whatever
Sun-In,
reason.
okay, so Sun-In, you would just spray your hair on your hair and then the sun would like bleach
Yeah.
your hair, but it would bleach it.
I know what it is.
Like
I
orange.
was leaving you hanging for sure.
Thank you, Rich. I don't care. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's funny because Todd's 11 years younger than me, but he knows most things. And every once in a while, I know it's weird. He knows everything.
Maybe it's a regional thing then and not.
Can you Google
Wait, where did
Sun-In,
you
the
grow up?
logo? Southern California.
Yeah, it
Like an
might
hour from
be.
here.
But don't you think California would have
I
used it?
do.
Wait, this looks familiar.
But my brothers look. The problem is when it's orangey and it makes your face look red. That's what happened to my brother's.
that shit looks delicious. I'll put that on popcorn, you know? I feel like I've
That
seen
woman's
that.
87 now.
I used to put sun on my arm hairs.
What?
Wait, that's such a good life hack.
Yeah, it is.
So that it would get like, you look like a surfer. You know?
Oh, that's true.
What was it made out of? Because it's just lemon or That's the scent.
Oh, yeah, I can actually picture the scent or smell
I
the scent.
was always left out of the sun in conversation because I have such dark hair that everyone was like, it won't do anything for you. Was I
Have you
being
never
lied
bleached
to?
your
You
hair?
were being lied to.
Yeah.
I was?
Yeah, I
Mom.
had very dark hair and it didn't.
Oh my
She
god.
didn't
your
want to
poor
deal with
mom.
you. She didn't want to deal with you if your hair was
red oranges.
It wouldn't, yeah.
And what's wrong with orange hair?
Well, you can pull the picture up again if you want.
Type in Trevor Wallace kid. You'll see me with orange hair.
No, because you don't know you have a red face, a red tone face until your hair is orange. And then you go, oh, I have a red face.
I get really shiny red.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks. Anytime
our
I'm slightly
people.
embarrassed, I get very red in the face. And then people double down, like, look how red he's getting. And I'm like, guys, this isn't helping. Stop. You think I'm going to turn to blue next? I was like the fucking blueberry and Willy Wonka. They just kept going. Everyone leave me alone.
It is funny to call things out that are happening, though.
No,
you have
I
to.
hate
You
that.
have to.
I hate that.
We had a friend's dog. It'd be like, oh, don't pat him too hard. He'd pee. It's like, what do you think we're going to do? Well, don't pat him. You bring him in for show and tell. Please don't pat him. He will pee. And we're like, oh,
Like,
all
what
right.
else are you show and
Fucking idiot.
telling? This is the part you should be show and telling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He can pee on demand.
We had a dog growing up that like humped. We had this one toy, toy that basically looked like the dog, and he would just hump or she would hump it.
What a narcissist.
So that was like that was our like party trick. Everyone would be like, in my brother's yearbook, people wrote that like, I'll never forget your dog fucking that toy.
God,
That was like our
so
popularity thing.
You know what I found out was my parents' party trick? I'm learning so much now that I'm pregnant because I'm asking all these questions about like my childhood and when I was a baby, that if people came over when I was like a newborn or whatever, just like young and asleep, my dad would literally just go wake me up to like entertain them. So
Really?
yeah, like
Wait, what would happen?
my dad would just wake a sleeping baby up. That was his
forgot about
party
this
trick.
part.
He'd be like, "Oh,
Oh.
want to see me wake
That's
her up?"
sweet. Doesn't that make you feel loved?
But it's like you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to wake a baby up.
Yeah, but
You're
your
like
dad
the star,
doesn't play
though.
by those rules.
But it's like when you go to the zoo and the lion's asleep. You're like, fucking get up.
yeah.
You think I drove here
You
to
think I
look at
came over to this
penguins?
party to not see a fucking baby?
Yeah, like you're
It's
kind of
11
the
p.m.
star.
Wake that baby up.
But now you can get out of it.
What do you mean?
Like if you have a spot at the store, you're like, here's my child.
DraftKings Casino is bringing you only the best classics like blackjack, roulette, and slots, plus exclusive games you won't find anywhere else.
Esther, you know I used to live in Vegas, right?
I know, that is crazy.
And to have just had that at my fingertips for years, and then now I'm like, where do I play this? I love blackjack. How do I do this? Thank God for DraftKings because it makes it so easy. The great thing is that if you're not ready to play with real money, like I was doing earlier, that wasn't with real money.
Right.
That was just play pretend. And you can practice as much as you want before doing the real thing.
You guys can download the DraftKings Casino app now and use code Trash Tuesday. New players get an instant deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. That's code Trash Tuesday only on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility and other restrictions apply. One per new customer. Must opt in and make minimum $5 deposit within 7 days, 168 hours of registering new account. Max match $100 in casino credits, which require one-time playthrough within 7 days, 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/new player. Offer 2024.
How has it been doing shows while pregnant?
The thing is that being pregnant is so uncomfortable, but I realized that it's not any better just being at home. So it's like
Oh.
I can just be uncomfortable and still live my life, or uncomfortable in bed at home.
And Trevor, you don't know that she already has had a pregnancy waddle this whole time. So now her like
yeah, that walk is
I
always
like
been
watch
there.
you walking down the hall at the Comedy Store. You could not be. You could
You
be.
would
It
have
could
no
be the
idea.
exact same thing you were before.
Really?
Wait, also I ran into you at the store and you asked me, you were like, you had such a funny question and you're like, oh, so you're pregnant. Like, have you been really warm this winter?
Yeah.
I
Does it
was-
keep you warm? A human inside of you think would keep you warm.
No, you're right. Like you get, it's,
Or does it take the warmth from you?
No, like this is the first time where I'm like always hot and just I overheat very easily. And so yes, like winter it's been an easy winter for me for the
Good.
first time.
Good.
Have you had a cold winter? Is that why
Yeah. My fucking heater broke. Is freezing in my place. And I'm trying
You
to
own your place?
Yeah.
See, that's the only problem with owning.
I fucked
it's like
up.
there's no one to call to be
Yeah,
like, "Can
I
you
just
fix
keep
this?"
calling different mechanics and they just keep talking shit about the past mechanic.
First of all,
One
you
guy's-
should not
I
be
know.
calling
Are
the
they like,
mechanic.
is a car? Are they like,
Well, not a
for a car.
mechanic, but like a fucking technician. Who do you call? A fucking handyman?
You're getting red. Oh my God, his face is getting red.
Yes. I keep calling the same like people, and then one guy came and he goes, I don't even know where to start. This last guy fucked it up so bad. I'm like, well, you think if you don't know where to start, where do I start?
So annoying. My old studio for Anniewood, the air conditioner all summer was broken. And I kept being like, you have to fix I pay you.
Right.
You have to fix this. And he's like, no, it's like a special part or whatever. I'm like, I literally don't give a fucking
Don't care.
shit.
Because you
piece
get
of
used to it,
shit.
but a guest walks in, they're like
The lights,
sweating.
people are like, it was crazy.
All the buildings and infrastructure, I've just given in that like we're living in the era where it's all just crumbling every day. Like we're not going to experience nice things anymore.
I don't think that's true. I think we have losers that are running the buildings.
I
think
just
we
feel
have
like everything
losers.
can be more simplified. But I don't know, like why does everything need an app? My cat's litter box has an app.
What?
I don't want to click forget password
I
to
know, it's so
rotate a
annoying.
fucking mechanical shit box. Yeah, I forgot password. Call tech support. You're a shit box.
Is this for when you're out of town? You can like see.
Well, yeah, you can like
You can
rotate
do-
it.
yeah.
You also
So-
don't have to clean the litter.
Yeah, I don't have to clean it.
Litter
So-
robot.
Litter
So-
robot. Fuck them. They
My
sent me a free one, so thank you. But
my brother went on vacation, and the app wasn't working. He was like, "Oh, I think like our cat's like litter box isn't working." But what really happened was the cat got locked in their bedroom and shit and pissed all over their bed.
which I would do as a cat as well. I would retaliate.
How funny
Oh,
is
right,
that?
because they
They
left
don't-
you.
They don't comprehend vacation.
Yeah,
They're just like, oh, this is where I die.
yeah.
And if I'm about to die, I'm gonna shit and pee everywhere.
Well, they're probably so pissed. Like they left me, and then I'm trapped in here. It's just so funny. They couldn't get to the litter box.
oh,
'Cause they
it
were
wasn't
locked
in
in
the
their
same room. Oh,
Back to like home issues. I was at my parents' house a couple months ago, and they were like, so we've been having this plumbing issue, and just so you know, like if you need to go number 2, we need you to do it outside of the house. Like you should do it when you're out, like at lunch or something. And I'm like, I'm pregnant. I can't come to your house and not be allowed to take a shit there. But it's like the things that
You should go back to the Cold Stone. You shit your pants out.
the things that people will put up with, like it's so crazy to me. I don't know. Like
wait, what was wrong with this? The plumbing.
if you took like a big number 2, the sewage would like get clogged.
Number 2 is actually more offensive than shit.
I agree. I was trying to
It's
offend you. Like the basement would flood up and like the sewer would come up.
I don't understand where it all goes.
No,
Like you click flush and your shit's gone. Where?
I gotta
Where does
tell
it go?
you, one time, okay, my childhood home, my brother would like wad the toilet paper, like he'd wrap the toilet paper around it. Like he would just have like a ball of toilet paper for each wipe.
Good.
He wasn't folding. It was like he was asserting dominance over the house or something. I don't know. But he
would
clogged
never
the toilet,
fly.
and it was like we were getting like the Charmin at that time. So
It was a
I
good
come
time.
home, I'm the only one in the house, and I'm in the basement. That's where our laundry was. I was like getting my clothes, and there was like a leak. And I was like, what the hell is this? And I'm like trying to
taste
catch
it?
the leak and stuff. I'm in it, okay? It's dripping on me. I'm trying to catch it and stuff. And then I realized it's shit water, and my brother had clogged the fucking toilet, and it had gone through like 3 floors all the way to the basement. My dad, it was funny, I have a picture of my dad somewhere throwing the Charmin out. He's like, and then we just used Scott, like 1 ply from then on.
Well, that was another restriction. They were like, if you need to only use 1 square at a time. I was like,
This sounds like you have created problems for them in plumbing, and they made
in
up
the
this plumbing
past.
problem.
Oh,
Well, I was at Comedy Works this weekend in Denver, and
Great club.
they have like the single bathroom in the back that you can use, so you don't have to shit next to everyone. I'm coming from the condo. I don't know what I ate, but it was like, this is an emergency. Thank God it was icy out. I was like fucking hydroplaning to the venue, and I'm like, fuck. I was wearing like a zip up onesie thing. I was like, oh my God. I'm like sweating. I'm like, I'm about to diarrhea everywhere. So I like run to the bathroom. I like get there in time. The fucking toilet won't flush. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I have to come out and be like, I'm about to go on stage. There's fucking diarrhea in the fucking toilet. But eventually I had to take the lid off and fuck
You
around
had
with
to do
it.
that?
Oh my God, you
Yes.
did that?
I'm not gonna leave. That's so crazy to leave it. A floater, it's the employee bathroom.
I don't know what I would do. You're right. Like that would be.
Oh, it was so annoying. I was like, fuck.
Would they have known it was you?
Yes. I came in like, guys, I'm about to shit my pants. Like everyone knew. But it's
Yeah,
just like, then you give like passing off the problem of your shit to someone else. That sucks.
I've definitely left floaters.
But I'm there the whole weekend.
Oh, if this was Saturday, you're good.
Yeah,
If this was like Thursday first show, you're like,
Friday
"Ugh,
night, dude. I'm like, fuck.
ugh."
Wait, so we have a game today?
Yeah.
Okay, so is this a red flag or do we let it slide on a first date? Okay, yeah, if you're on a first date and you find out they're a furry,
Of course. Goodbye.
that's where they dress up in a costume?
For sexual purposes.
Oh my
Like a
God. I
little
don't have time for
creature.
this nonsense. Yes,
You
of
know,
course.
it depends.
No, because, okay, here's what you're thinking, right? It's like a hot girl with like a bunny tail on or something.
No, I've seen furries. It is wild.
No, it's like full mask.
It's like a Megatron type thing. Like it is
Okay.
tall.
How do you have sex though in that costume?
Doggy style. We're doing bits.
It's like, yeah, there's like holes. Also, like some of the tails are like actually butt plugs.
It's a wild world.
I don't need a new world like that. Like Todd with the reptiles is enough, you know? It's like
What the what?
my fiance's gotten me into reptiles.
Oh yeah, you were at a reptile expo recently.
Yeah.
How many reptiles are you up to in the household?
I honestly lost count.
Wait, really? More
Yeah,
than
because
seven?
we have a lot of frogs. The frogs are
You have
throwing me off.
frogs?
Yeah, the frogs are cute. We
She
got
has
2 dumpy
snakes,
frogs. I have
frogs.
6 snakes.
You're like a 7th grader's like dream house.
I kind of like it. No, it is fun.
Dude, the kid that brought a snake to show and tell would floor the
I
classroom.
know.
Rex is a snake? Whoa!
I keep
That was
thinking-
like a convertible for middle schoolers.
I keep thinking like I kind of want to bring the snake to Anniewood and Friends at the Comedy Store, but I'm not sure.
You should.
It's just I don't want to. I like to really cultivate a good green room hang, and if there's someone with a snake phobia, I don't want to deal with that.
Is the snake 21 and up though?
The snake is 6, but in snake years,
Okay.
that's pretty old.
Okay. So this photo, is this sexual what we're looking at?
Kind of
Yeah,
fun.
guys, I don't. This reminds me. You know what reminds me of my dog when he humps his toys and they get like crusty. Like these are like crusty.
Look at this light up one.
Okay.
It would be fun if everybody was in like a swinger party where you're just fucking a bunch of furries. You don't know who's who.
But here's the thing: if you go on a first date with someone and they're a furry, that means they are a furry. It's not like, hey,
Yeah.
one weekend I tried this thing and it was fun. It's like they are a furry.
I didn't get a
So
Groupon. To go
I don't
do
know how
this.
big your closets are. Mine can't sustain a fucking furry addiction.
I'll say this as someone who identifies as a little bit enjoying being treated like in dog-like ways sexually, I don't connect with the costume element of it. Because you're really getting rid of your whole identity
Yeah.
and the other person's whole identity.
It's also weird to see like a dog with a rack, you know? It's a weird.
It's a fursona.
It's a fursona.
Fursona.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm sorry.
That's
Not
that's
for me.
good.
Not for me. And
Doberman's
I think the
packing.
fact that we're even still considering it is really.
Yeah, I mean the answer is no, but would I explore it? Why not? I need someone to talk about it on a podcast.
I
What
know
are we talking
we
about?
do have a lot of podcasts.
Every time I do something that's like out of my element, I'm like, great podcast bit.
I know,
Got my ass
yeah.
eaten, cool podcast bit.
No, once is fine, but if you're on a date, it's like I can't like
Okay, wait.
be your girlfriend.
Alternate pitch. What about a non-sexual furry? Like, if there was like a club of people that got dressed up as doggies,
It's not.
no,
It's sexual. It's not transsexual.
There is a whole community that's not sexual about it, and they get mad when you make it sexual.
Really?
I've seen like videos where people interview them like, it's not sexual. It's like, well, it's weirder that it's not.
Yeah, it's definitely weirder that
It's
it's
weirder
not.
that you just do
Okay,
this
never
and
mind.
to watch SpongeBob.
that is what I was
Yeah, this guy
thinking.
turned himself
yeah,
into
this
a
guy's
dog.
so weird.
This like infuriates me. I don't know what's
I don't
going
like
on.
it at
but, like,
all.
Okay, what's our
Well,
next?
you're tricking us.
I'm feeding that dog chocolate immediately.
Oh my God.
It's a human.
We got to do that now just to test, make sure
Yo,
it's not some
chocolate
weird
is
guy.
fentanyl for dogs.
But also, they're
I don't think you
I
guys
think
heard
it's
me.
a myth. My uncle gives his dog Snickers. And
Why?
I know. I don't know. It pissed me off so much, but they do it and it's fine. Right, Mom? Dude, the
Finnish
hillbillies.
folk
Ice cream, everything.
Well, ice cream's fine.
A bowl of ice cream.
You ever seen a cat with ice cream? It's cute.
And a dog isn't, Julian?
No, they get brain freeze.
Julian hates his cat.
They lick,
That's
they lick the ice cream and they go,
That's me. That's cute to have the
no, it's adorable.
in pain.
No, it's not. It's, yeah. Maybe it's because I.
Oh my God, are you a furry?
Wait, does it ever come up as like a red flag from women that you have a cat?
No, I think it helps.
Really?
It gets the certain type of people that like cats are the certain type of people I think I identify with. They're more like calm, kind of like, if you like cats, you like memes. That's like what I've gathered. And you're like kind of like this like cooked in the head, like internet-y type person like myself. I'm like, oh, we match. He honestly like helps. I open the door, I'm like, oh yeah, do you have a cat? And I'm like, fucking yeah. It's like when your parents have the child, you
more
would be like,
people
go
are
show
allergic
out.
to cats.
Yeah, but I mean,
dogs,
like,
right?
then leave, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
for
allergic
me.
to fucking gluten. I'm no better.
Yeah.
You know, I can't walk in. So I think it helps a certain, because he's a really, like,
Is that
personable
you?
cat. That's my cat, Pluto.
That's so
Aw.
cute.
He's fucking awesome.
Did you grow up with cats?
Yeah, I had 2 cats. growing
Is
up.
he like an affectionate cat?
Yeah, he's like a
puppy.
puppy. He, like, runs to the door when you're there.
I love cats like that. I hate the cats that like don't want you.
No, and I don't know,
So
I didn't know
sad.
this. No, he's great. I don't know what it is, but apparently orange cats are more outgoing.
They're they're wild and
Yeah,
they're
so that's what he
rambunctious.
is. And he's like part fucking, what's the expensive one?
Maine Coon?
Something like that. Sphinx or some shit. He's got
Yeah.
little spots on him. I got him on
So
Craigslist
cute.
though.
He's so
Bengal.
cute.
Bengal. He's part Bengal. He's orange Bengal. So he's fucking like, he just starts sprinting. He gets on top of the refrigerator.
Aw,
$200 on Craigslist. I bought him off a lady in Chatsworth and she had dimple piercings.
I like dimple piercing people.
And I remember she's like, oh, like $250 for the cat. And I was like, oh, I only have $260. And she goes, that works.
Wait, you gave her more than she asked?
Well, I was expecting change. Like, oh, do you have like a 10 bag? And she goes, no, that's fine. I go, no, I'm supposed to be making that deal. She brought him out.
That's
Like, so
okay.
cats, you can hold him by the back of the neck, I guess. Still feels weird. She's holding him by the back of the neck. He's shaking. He's like 4 years old, 4 months old, 4 weeks old. He was tiny, like a ball. And he's shaking. And I immediately was like, I will save you. Now I look at him. I'm like, bitch, you don't know what the fuck I saved you from.
yeah.
Wait, I had that similar thing with my first dog I got off Craigslist, Pepper, who lives with my parents now. I showed up to this house in Laurel Canyon, go behind this gate. I'm like, oh, my car is
Laurel
now.
Canyon's pretty good though.
I'm like, yeah, but that's what I thought. I'm like,
Some
oh,
weird
now
shit
I'm
that goes
I was
behind
in
behind.
Palmdale.
I'm behind this gate now, and my car is also behind this gate. And I'm like walking through this windy yard. I get to the door. It's this woman in sweatpants and stilettos.
That's
Great
dangerous.
combo.
I
That's
see the
dangerous.
house behind her. It's completely empty, but just a pool table. She's holding the dog. I literally, you guys, I didn't even look at the dog. I was so scared. I was like, I just gave her the money and took
Yeah.
him.
How much did you pay?
I think Pepper was like $300 or $400.
I paid $800 for Randy.
Donna
type of
was
dog is that?
$500.
He's supposed to be a multi-poo. He's got 2 teeth.
800.
Pepper was supposed to be a Yorkie poo, and
Yeah.
he is not that.
Randy's so cute though.
Did
I would've
Michael
paid
ever
him
tell you about his
$100.
dog saga?
No.
So Michael paid $700 for a husky in Los Angeles. He had a 1-bedroom apartment. He had the husky for like a day and was like, you can't have a husky in an apartment.
Right,
It needs
yeah,
like
it needs so
acres.
much, yeah.
So he goes back the next day, already names it, goes back the next day and then goes like, I got to return it. I want a different dog. But then they're like, okay, you get store credit. Like you can't get money back. So he ended up paying $700 for a Chihuahua
That's so
and then
funny.
named the dog the same thing.
That's creepy.
It's like funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like the dog, if he would have waited a day or didn't get the husky, the dog would have been like $14. But
Yeah.
he said he paid $700. I mean, the dog's great, but like it is funny. But yeah, you can return the dog.
It is weird that
But-
you could get a dog for free, basically. It is crazy because they're the best thing that ever happens to you.
know.
Especially cats. Cats are like, people are surprised that I paid for a cat. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, whatever. I mean, even like I remember my yoga teacher,
Oh yeah,
we have in common.
Ursula.
She's such a bitch. I love her.
Ursula?
Oh, Ursula
Yeah.
is just cold.
That's her government name?
She's I don't remember where she's from. She's from somewhere. There's an
I don't
accent.
remember either.
But she was like, "How much was I got it for 800?" And she started laughing in my face. She laughed in my face.
Why?
Because I mean, it was overpriced. I mean, it was like a weird, like puppy mill weird. But I would have paid. It's just weird because I'm like, I would have paid every dollar I've ever had in my life for this dog.
Benji actually bought Donna and like haggled her price down, and I was so stressed out because he drove me and my mom to go get her, and he was like, "We're leaving," and I was like, "We can't leave without the dog." But he was like using this intense, super Beverly Hills Jewish
Like a car
negotiation tactic.
dealership type thing?
Yeah, he's like, "We're
Yeah.
leaving," so we had to like leave and wait, and I was so stressed out because I'm like, "I need this baby," but he did haggle us down.
No, it was
How much-
crazy when I got there. I was like, I can't like not take this. Like
I
once you meet them, you're
know.
like, I have
Yeah, I
to
didn't
take
know
it
you
from
could
Money
do that.
doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
How much did he save doing that?
Maybe a couple hundred, right?
Oh,
Mom?
wow.
Yeah.
How much was the dog?
I think he ended up paying $400 or $500, which every time I remind Dave.
Was Donut his?
No, he was like, I want to buy you a dog. I think mostly like so that as a punishment towards me, so that I would have a lot to do. But every time I remind Dave that Benji bought Donut, it makes him really uncomfortable.
Oh, that is true.
That is like a cuck situation. Another man came in and bought your
But
wife
it was
a dog.
completely platonic puppy purchase.
You guys are I spent $3,000 on my dog, like
What
as a
type of dog
puppy,
is it?
golden retriever.
You could have put Doodle after that.
He's the best.
Doodles have to be
like
involved now.
humans.
Doodle be fucking.
How do you guys feel about the adopt don't shop like argument?
Well, you're not supposed to do it the way we did it, but I
Shop,
did it and I
don't
got
adopt.
But we didn't
Adopt
buy
a
our
dog.
dogs from puppy mills. We bought them off Craigslist. Like that's kind of the only way I knew how to
I think
get
that's
it.
a good
Yeah.
medium.
Also,
Yeah.
during the pandemic, you had to like do all these weird things. Like people had to come into your house and like check to make sure I'm like, what the hell is this?
Really?
It was the process like was not easy to
I'm
adopt
definitely
a dog.
pro adopt don't shop, but I was in a position where I was driving to those places so many times.
Mm-hmm.
I would drive an hour. I'd get there. They'd be like, she just got adopted. I would cry the whole way home. Like that. That's I think why Benji stepped in because I kept not getting dogs,
Yeah.
and he was like, "We'll do this on Craigslist."
Yeah.
like a real man.
I also think there's a lot of like interesting rescues now that are like catered towards a specific breed. Like I work
Yeah.
with California Doodle Rescues. I fostered with them before. So like if you need a doodle, usually those are like so expensive.
And then
to
I think
buy.
they're getting them from puppy mills too. It's like they're
100%.
getting them from like the same place. They're
Really?
like rescue. I think a lot of them, yeah.
Or they're like, or a family gets a doodle and doesn't realize that they're insane amount of work.
Right.
So they like bring them to this rescue because they can't do it anymore.
I just cannot believe how cute my dog is. Like I can't
I
believe
know.
my dog. So
Can I see a photo?
he's such
Or if
trouble.
you could pull it up on there.
Oh, there is his Instagram.
Oh, the dog is on Instagram.
Oh, he's so cute. He's driving.
Oh, that is a cute dog.
He's just so fucking cute. Okay, so he's also a
looks
problem.
looks a little yappy.
He's not yappy,
I mean,
but
you're
he
giving
does
him
like
a Monster
howl.
Energy drink. He's not going to be yappy after that.
You should say my mom's Adderall.
I remember when the night you got Randy. It was the night before I was going to Montreal, and you came over, and he was.
Oh, he was so little. And Olivia was there. Our friend Olivia is like the poster child for Adopt Don't Shop. And I was like telling her how I got him. And she's like, my organization is like completely against everything
What
you just
you've
did.
done.
He also had mange, like his hair fell out. He looked like a chicken. He's cost me so much money. So I go to give him a bath right before I leave for Colorado. He gets soap in his eye to the point where
He didn't get soap in the eyes. You got soap in his eyes. It's not like he's like taking Neutrogena and be like, this fucking
he
bitch
was
is leaving
patting.
me.
He was patting. He's got long paws. Okay, I got soap in his eye.
There we go.
He's scratching it, but it's like you can't give a dog it's like I can't give him a fucking bath. This boy is so sensitive. So then he had to have a cone. It was like $300. We had to get him all these drops and stuff. It's like
Cone
Randy.
is so dramatic.
It's so cute though.
It
too.
is,
It's so
but-
funny.
Degrading.
It's so funny.
Hilarious.
I can't with
They
this.
have
like
no
to-
idea what's going on.
Well, Randy's like really protective of his treats too. Like if you go near his food, he's like, "Ah." But so I was feeding him a treat, but it kept falling into the cone. So then I'd go in to try to get it, and he's like, "Ah."
Oh, no.
like I'm just trying to help you.
Wait, what's our next red
So
flag?
fucking- If you don't have a driver's license, I'm not interested in working with you, dating you, or having anything to do with you.
Yeah, no.
I'm not chauffeuring you around.
But this happens so much more often than we would imagine because of New Yorkers.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I
what
can't
about New
stand it.
Yorkers?
You live here now.
Yeah, exactly. It's a personality thing.
You
I know
live here
people
now.
who live in downtown LA who think it's New York. They're like, I don't drive.
I can't stand it.
I Uber. Cool, man.
I can't stand it.
Sick, dude.
What if they don't have a car? What if they have a driver's license? They don't have a car.
I don't. I
That's
can't.
actually worse.
I had to make a rule for myself where I was like, I'm not dating anyone without a car. And there was a guy right before Todd I once dated who was so fucking hot and so cool, but he did not have a car. And I'm so glad because I would have fucking dated him.
They're
instead of
always
Todd.
hot.
And
But
Todd
then they have.
Todd had such a bad car that it almost was like a knock against him. It was so ugly. I remember when I first started dating Todd, he was like, yeah, they wouldn't let me on Raya. I was like, if I matched with you on Raya and showed up and this was your fucking car, I would have been so fucking mad.
You could
and you're
sue
like, I work in
Raya.
the basement at the comedy store. I've been like, fuck you. He had a shirt over the seat. Like the seat was like
Is it like a
torn up.
good shirt?
So
I
the
know that
shirt-
exactly.
You know what?
like
I'm
it.
like, Todd. Like that car over the pandemic just got repossessed and we just never.
Really?
He just like parked it somewhere. And remember when all of a sudden during the pandemic, they were like, parking's an issue? And you're like, no,
Or was it the opposite?
None of us
Didn't they
are going
like
to
stop ticketing for a while?
Yeah.
They start, and then one day they just started ticketing again. And you're
Yeah.
like, but there's no difference.
Wait, so it was repossessed and that was just kind of the end of that story?
It's just.
Wait, it was repossessed or
Or,
it
well,
was
not repossessed,
towed?
but it was just like towed
Just
and
gone.
we never.
That's so funny.
It's just gone.
You still see the cars that have like the lock on the steering wheel?
Yeah.
I see those
yeah.
every once in a while. I'm like, dog, ain't nobody stealing your fucking Pontiac.
I know it's
shitty
always
car.
a bad car.
An old
Like you'd
car.
be better off if someone
I think,
stole this car.
yeah, I think they do it on older cars because they are easier to
Easier to
hot
get
wire,
in,
I
yeah.
guess. But it's just like so funny to walk by and be like, ain't nobody want you?
Well, when I had a Honda, I had like a new Honda. It would always get broken into.
Really?
Yeah, they're so easy to get broken into. You have a Toyota now, right?
Yeah, I have a
Yeah,
Toyota.
Toyotas aren't. But it was great. I'm like, how the fuck do they open? I would just come, my door would be open. I'm like, what the hell?
Hondas are one of the most stolen cars in the U.S., I think.
They're so easy.
Really?
It's like Honda, pick it up.
Well, they need to
parts.
fix that. Seems fixable. All the other brands are
Yeah.
figuring it out.
Also, like, get your like stakes higher. Like, oh,
Well, I love the
fucking
Tesla too because you can just have it where it like
stole
starts
a
like.
Civic. Oh yeah, I wouldn't know how to hijack a Tesla. I'd be
Do you still have your
confused.
Tesla?
I do. Yeah,
Do you like it?
I love it.
I love it so much.
I like think about the next time my lease is coming up, and I'm like, am I gonna be that guy who goes back to diesel, or am I always
I
electric?
think I just like. I want to
I
get
like it a
the. I
lot.
want to get the Cybertruck.
No.
I
we
could see you
saw
with that.
one.
I want
Have you
it
guys
so
seen
bad.
it?
They're
First
wild.
thoughts. Bigger than you'd expect. Smaller.
Huge.
Really?
Like,
Ridiculous.
it's so ridiculous. But also, I was like, wait, I kind of get it.
I
Like,
want it.
No.
Annie, I could see you.
Esther.
Yes.
Like imagine like parking that at the comedy store.
Oh my
Would
God.
it even fit in that
I
alleyway
don't
going
think it
in?
would fit at the
Then I gotta
comedy
figure
store.
it
What
out.
a flex! You just have
Not
to
my
park out
problem.
front, and they're bulletproof.
They're also like not. We looked it up because we're like it's gonna be like $500,000. No, they start at like 60,000
Yeah.
and go to 100. Like
Yeah.
it's not that.
There's
much
gonna be
more.
a lot of them.
Oh
on the road.
no,
It's
that's
so
gonna be
annoying.
so annoying.
Look at them. Look at it. I love
Well,
it.
it's scary too because if you get into an accident with that and you're not in that, like it will kill you. I think.
My problem with the Cybertruck is it doesn't. I understand the appeal, but it's not like it doesn't fit the roads. Like it doesn't. The aesthetic looks off. We're
Yeah.
not there yet.
How many
Well,
miles?
how do you get there?
I guess with the Cybertruck.
How do you get there? You got to start somewhere.
How many miles does that thing get per charge?
Probably 3 something.
I just love how fast that fucking Tesla goes. You can cut people off, and then they have to manage their emotions around it because you're so far gone.
Yeah, it's fun. to
It's
fuck
not
with
even a
people.
cut. It's not a cutoff if I'm gone.
Well, also if you do that, then they get all alpha. Like I did the Lamborghini SUV, I did that just trying to get away from something, and he
Yeah.
thought it was like a race. Then at the red light, he like flies off, and I'm like, it's not.
Oh, I always street race people.
It's fun.
When
to
people
fuck
go,
around.
I go.
It's
Oh, I
fun to
go.
fuck around.
Oh, I go
you
if they
know?
want to go.
You guys are crazy.
If they
You
wanna
don't
go,
ever
I'll
just
go.
get bored and be like, oh, hey, you know what? Let's
Hey, if you start it, if you have your engine, I'm coming
live a
for
quick
you.
little
Let's
like
go.
Tokyo drift lifestyle real quick. Dude,
Yeah.
yesterday driving to the Improv, some guy was like trying to get all fast around me, and then I was like, oh, okay. And then eventually I let him go ahead. He had a handicap sign on the back. In high school, this is an insane thing to do.
I don't
but
think they
it's-
deliver it.
It's a very white thing to do. In high school, I would do that with somebody, like if they cut me off, and then at a red light, I would stop behind them, and then I'd open my glove box like there was something in it, and I would pretend to look like I had a weapon. I'd be like,
This
That's
this backfires
so
on you.
scary.
yeah, I'm an idiot. I was like 19, and I'd pretend, like, oh, yeah.
We used to flash people, and then
just
we'd
put
always get
Altoids in
stopped.
there.
We'd flash people thinking we were never gonna see them again, and then we'd always get stopped at a red light. Like, oh my god,
Can you go to the bathroom real quick?
Do we have any more topics
No.
or red flags?
go pee pee. He's got to pee. Exclamation points. I would have to meet the person first. It says on a first date if someone has excessive exclamation points in the text.
That's tricky in a first date, but I will say I absolutely abuse exclamation points. But to Dave, like 3 is abuse.
Yeah.
He's like, it's just too many. It looks weird.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I'm
don't care.
excited.
Yeah, sometimes it's needed. You need to really show your excitement.
What about ha-ha-has?
I like ha ha ha.
I'm a bit very generous. Ha ha ha.
I like
Yeah.
ha ha ha.
Do you guys LOL?
We do it
I would
all.
never LMA.
I never LMAO. I LOLOLOL.
Which means I'm barely.
LOL is just a
laughing.
quick like LOL. But if I ha ha ha, it's usually I laugh.
It's also funny to answer these questions like 12 years into a relationship, 8 months pregnant. Like, I'm like, oh.
I like the ha ha, clicking the ha ha.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh,
like the lazy
God.
man's version of that.
Yeah, just click.
It
the
is
ha-ha.
crazy, Esther, because I've been like monogamous forever, but now I'm like, now that I'm dating, I notice things like that. Like,
Well, Trevor, thank you so much for coming and being a part of this first date conversation. And thank you for being in Drugstore June. You
I'm excited.
kill it.
I'm excited.
You know, like, the way I feel about your acting is so crazy. You are so funny. Every sketch I see that you post, you're the only person I watch everything. It's always
sketches are so
funny.
good.
Thank you.
And it's all your performance. Like you're so you play everything real,
Just
don't
try to
you?
be grounded, I think. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, look, he's nervous. He's got his little. That's so cute. He's like, I'm being
Thank you.
complimented.
You're
you.
so like prolific with it. It's really kind of crazy. There's no one
Thank you.
else on your level.
I'm just trying not to be like. There's so much cringe online. I'm just trying to be like funny.
Are you constantly just thinking of like a new sketch, or do you
Yeah,
have like a
always.
day, a week where you're like, I think of sketches?
My
for the
notes app is just flooded with like
Yeah.
ideas.
Did
some
you get
good, some
any
bad.
any mean ideas against us while you were here today?
No, but I keep thinking about how chocolate is fentanyl for dogs.
week? Yes, that's
And I
good.
think I got to do something with that somewhere, either on stage
Something with
or
the
a
cat
video
app
or
too.
yeah, the cat app.
With
The
the
cat app for
litter.
sure. Something on that.
Well,
But yeah.
thank you for being here, and I hope everyone sees you in Drugstore June. You're so funny, and also
you.
your podcast,
Stiff Socks,
which is
Stiff
so
Socks.
good.
Yes, thank you so much.
And are you-
Annie was on it.
It was
Oh my
fun.
God.
I'd love
And
to have you on it.
I would love to be. And are you on? You're touring?
Touring back in May, doing all the great cities, Tampa.
I fucking love
Tempe.
Tampa.
No,
Tampa
I'm
is-
being
and
serious.
Tempe, by the way.
I'm so excited for the summer. I'm doing like all the bangers. I told my
Yeah.
agents, I was like, these are the cities I want to do. It's like
Yes.
Portland, San Francisco, Sacramento, Tempe, Tampa, like Kentucky. Just like all clubs that I really like.
Yeah.
Just to like build up the hour again. But I'm excited to start touring again.
Yeah.
That's so
Go to
fun.
Miami. Hey,
You're-
305.
Your clip with the TSA pre-check was so.
Thank you.
I
I
didn't
love
see
that
it.
video. I was like, I don't even
Good.
like. It was just a beautiful storm. But I was talking shit. I have a bit about TSA and how much I hate him. And this guy in the front row was like, "Oh, I work there," and I was like, "You're fucked." And then I just go in on him for like 7 minutes, and we turned it down to 2 minutes. But I love that. video.
Anyone who has flown, it was like the most like perfect form of fun, playful revenge against the TSA. It was
Thank
so
you.
satisfying for me.
It was satisfying for me too, because anytime I do crowd work, I don't like look for it. It just happens.
Yeah.
So if I say TSA and he's like, "Oh, I work there," it's like, you're fucked. I don't like wait. Like anybody from TSA in here?
Yeah.
I think looking for is not my style, but like when those moments happen, it's so much more fun because then you're caught off guard. And it's
I
really
just
like,
randomly in the middle of my set the other night was like, does anyone have a secret? And people had some fucking secrets.
People
I was
want
like,
to
it was
just-
crazy.
They're ready to talk.
I was like, okay.
I've had that happen once where like I have this bit where I talk about Dave's porn searches, and one of them I say is big tits paralegal. And once a girl was like, "That's me,"
Oh my
and I
Yeah.
was like, "You need to stay away from my man,
Oh,
you
that's
fucking
so
bitch."
funny. You
But
exist.
it's so great when people hear and they just like they
Yeah.
just jump in.
Yeah, it makes the
And-
show better because you almost like leave moments like in a premise where somebody's like, "Oh, that happened to me" or something, and I like it when people do that.
Do
Yeah.
you find that there's more heckling now because like TikTok has become
Yeah, 100%.
so...
Yeah, I also think people just feel more personable to you. It's like they see you so much online, they might just be like, "Oh, that's just Trevor. I can yell whatever." One of my favorite moments was in San Francisco on our podcast. One time we talked about how to blind people watch porn, and you know how male podcasts be.
Yeah.
And then I'm closing up a show in San Francisco, about to get my last joke. It's silent because I was crushing too hard, letting the laughs sit in. And she goes, "Blind people do watch porn." Everybody's like, "What?" I go, "Ma'am, are you visually impaired?" And she's like, "Yes." And then she starts talking about how she watches porn. And then this guy from the balcony, he must have been from Sacramento, goes, "Hurry up!" Like she was taking too long to describe it. Just like this, a beautiful moment, all in one. And you're like, I am so glad I have this in 4K.
Yeah, totally.
It was awesome. So
Oh my
those are the crowd work
God.
moments where it just like happens.
Yes.
But yeah, I
It's
think
magic.
it's easier. But yeah, sometimes like just when you know where a bit's going, if you're already going to talk about one thing, you're like, let me just see if they have anything before I get on my
Yeah,
thing.
totally.
That's such a great segue just to also like get more material on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Trevor, thank you. And I hope
Thank
you
you
come
for
back
having me.
soon. We
Thank
love
you. I'm going to take us on the road. Sit on it.